Are you ready to break free from the doubts and limits holding you back? Welcome to Embrace Your Value, where therapy meets coaching to help you unlock your true worth and take control of your life.
Hi, I'm Kristen, a trauma therapist dedicated to helping you heal, break old patterns, and reclaim your power.
And I'm Jen, your support coach, here to show you how to set fierce boundaries, embrace self compassion, and step boldly into the life you deserve.
So, whether you're stuck in self doubt or feeling lost, know this: your value isn't up for negotiation. It's time to own it.
Every week, we tackle real issues that challenge, inspire, and empower you to live with purpose and confidence.
So, grab your favorite drink, take a deep breath, and let's get started.
Because you're not here to play small, it's time to embrace your value.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Embrace Your Value. I'm Kristen, your resident trauma therapist and cheerleader for radical self-compassion.
And I'm Jen Anderson, your go to for accountability and helping women take aligned action. Today, we're diving into a topic that hits home for literally everyone, and that's embracing change.
Yes, whether it's a new job, ending a relationship, a health diagnosis, or just shifting out of old patterns, change can bring up a lot of big feelings. So, why do we resist it, even when we know it's exactly what we need? So, let's just call it out. Change is uncomfortable. Even positive changes, things that we know are going to be good for us, mess with our sense of safety, right? We want to know what's going on. We need safety. Our brains crave certainty, predictable routines, habits, even when they don't serve us.
Exactly. Our comfort zone might not be happy, but it's familiar. I say a lot of times that we are just living in the hard that we know, not the hard that might be good for us that we have to embrace. Sometimes we cling to the devil we know instead of reaching for something better because the unknown feels scary.
Yes. Plus, there's grief. Even with good changes, we have to let go of what was, even if we didn't like it. And there's often a sense of loss before the excitement. And let's not forget about all the stories we tell ourselves about what change actually means.
I remember just a few years ago when I decided to quit working full time with a steady income to do this business full time and be in this 100%. And while, yes, I was super excited and I was ready to embrace the future, I was also scared to death. Thought, man, what if we lose our house? What if everything comes crashing down? And in my heart, I knew that wasn't really going to happen. But I thought, man, it could. What if I fail? What if this doesn't work? What if I'm not really the coach that I think I am? It definitely kept me in that cycle of should I stay? I think I stayed working a job a little longer than I even wanted to. And I know part of that I did for my husband because he wasn't ready. He was struggling with that change. And I really had to honor him in where he was at as well. So there was two sides to that, but it was definitely this fear of the unknown, like what could happen. And as it turns out, it's been amazing and it's been great and it's been full of blessings and I couldn't have asked for anything more.
Yeah, I love your story, Jen, all the time. This is about shifting mindset. This is what you were just talking about. Shifting mindset from fear to opportunity. So it sounds like maybe you were feeling stuck in some ways. How do we get unstuck? For me, it starts with noticing the fear, right? And getting curious instead of critical. So ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Is it failing? Is it being judged? Is it losing security? Those were all things that you mentioned. So it sounds like maybe you went through this process.
Oh, absolutely. And I think part of what came about of all that is it's an awareness. It's learning more about yourself. And I learned more about myself and what I was capable of. And I always knew that I would persevere. I always come out ahead. That's just what I live by. But it doesn't mean there aren't struggles along the way. And one of the things I really like to do with my clients is tell them to flip that script. And I have them ask, what if it works out even better than I imagined? Because one of the things I like to point out to them is that if we can dream and we can allow ourselves to look at the positive side of a change, almost always it comes out better than something we could have even imagined would happen. Like we can't even see the blessings that are going to get put in front of us with this change. Might not be exactly the same as we imagine, but it's definitely, in my opinion, it's usually better. So I think instead of focusing on what could go wrong, we start visualizing what could go right and how it could really look.
I love that. And remember, growth and discomfort go hand in hand. So, just what you're talking about, if it feels a little scary, it probably means you're expanding, right? There's discomfort in growth. I know the butterfly story, right? Everybody is, oh, the chrysalis. But that's true. The butterfly has to be uncomfortable and try to break out of its cocoon before it can spread its wings and be the beautiful butterfly. We think about caterpillars and they're squishy and they're not very attractive and they turn into these beautiful butterflies. Change is the portal to the life that you want. We must embrace that change.
Yes. And I think that should be a bumper sticker, right? Or some sort of a sticker. Changes the portal to the life you actually want. Like, keep that with you. When you start embracing it, things get better. So let's get practical for just a minute. I have a quick little toolkit for anyone that's facing big changes to help you through this. So let's start with some self compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Change is hard for everyone. And Kristen said it a little bit ago, come at it from curiosity, not criticism. So just be gentle, be kind, and always reflect. Journaling, thinking about how things are going, helps you to process your emotions and get really crystal clear on what you want. And remember, make it micro steps. Break change down into tiny, manageable actions and celebrate every little win, no matter how small it is. And of course, you have to have support. Find people who will be in your corner, who will support you no matter what. I don't care if it's a therapist, if it's a coach, or a trusted friend. Don't do it alone. And that all brings you into some good old fashioned boundaries. Protect your time and energy while you're navigating new territory. Don't let people walk all over you. Don't assume that old boundaries will follow into change. They have to shift with you. Your beliefs have to change, your boundaries have to change. It all comes full circle. So you can use some affirmations. I have a couple of affirmations for you. Speak belief into your future self and say things like, I am capable of handling this change. I am open to new possibilities. Everything works out for me and for my higher good. Pull that in there, use it.
Let yourself grieve what you're leaving behind. It's not weak to mourn the old version of your life, of yourself, of what you thought your future might be. Like when we're talking about leaving a big job and you're changing the landscape, it was scary. And I did have to go through a grief process about I'm not going to do sales anymore. And while I loved that, and while it was the best choice that I ever made, it doesn't mean that it wasn't hard. So it's not weak to mourn the old version of your life and yourself. It's necessary. And we must stay curious, right? Always curious about ourselves and about our others and about the world. Sometimes the best things happen on the other side of that uncertainty.
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Embracing it, embracing the messy, embracing the scared, embracing everything that comes with it is how you start thriving. Every big leap I've ever taken came after I stopped fighting and started trusting.
You are so much more resilient than you think. Change is hard, but you've made it through every hard thing so far. We made it through every single one. Did we make it without scars? No, not always, but we are here. You can do this.
What's one change or challenge that you're facing right now? And what's one small step that you're going to take today to start making that change your new reality? You can shoot us an email, you can leave us a comment, however it works best for you. We would just love to hear that and support you through it.
Yeah. And if you're feeling stuck, if you have questions or you want more information, go ahead and, like Jen said, send that email, put in a comment. We're here to walk alongside you.
Yes, and thank you for being here with us today. We will see you next week.
Thank you for being here with us today.
If today's episode hit home, don't just keep it to yourself. Subscribe, leave us a review, and share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Because everyone deserves to know their worth.
Next week, we're diving even deeper with more insights and tools to help you break free from limitations and live authentically.
Until then, keep raising your standards, owning your worth, and embracing your value.